Okay. Hi, my name is Michelle. So I chose to do the illustrated video, which I drew on a white piece of paper, illustrate the key concepts of the topic that I chose to do. Um, and yeah, okay. So today, I'm gonna talk about um, arousal, attention, and um, in one of the units that we had, which was week 4, we went over the visual attention, and this included, let's see, this included the selective, alternating, and divided, as well as the sustained attention that we did go over in class. But the one that we did not go over was the arousal. Okay, so with the arousal attention, it is the activation, also can be the alertness of the brain. This is my drawing of the brain. It reticular activating system is in charge of the arousal as well as the sustained attention, but it is a part of the brainstem as well, so it's connected to all of that. But it so when the system slows down, it affects when we feel sleepy and when we have low energy. But when the system is higher, and it speeds up, it basically gives us that feeling of being more active and more alert of everything. And so yeah, this system is basically kind of like an energy source. It can be known as that. And yeah, it basically almost regulates um the levels of arousal that we feel. So yeah, so it basically is, it affects the different arousal levels or the levels of alertness. Um, so there are different types of things that can affect the levels of alertness, um, or the different levels of arousal, which include the food that we eat, which we can see on a day-to-day basis. If we eat really bad food, we feel super tired by the end of the day. We feel super low energy. When another day when we eat really healthy, we feel, and with lots of fiber and vegetables and all of that, we feel very energized, which is why they tell us to eat really well before a test, because it also helps with our performance and everything. And then emotions is also another thing that can affect the levels of arousal. And then another one is the neurotransmitters, which also I think the biggest known one is the dopamine, which they're all known, but just that one is, I feel like, the biggest one. But anyways, let's go back to this. So the reticular activating system leads to it can send signals to different parts of the brain. And we actually did cover this in week 4. We went over the features of attention, and more specifically, something that we was gone over in the lecture was the sensory attention. And the arousal levels can actually affect like it can go hand in hand with the sensory attention, because like for example, if we're walking in the dark, and we hear like it sounds like footsteps, or it sounds like someone's walking up behind you. It affects like our hearing, like the information that we are it leads to the information that we are receiving to be more in detail, rather than just relying on the arousal level, which it basically, like, we might feel more anxiety, or like we can, yeah, we feel more anxiety um in that state. So basically, there is the going back to this. So there's the Yerkes-Dodson law, and this one has to do more with performance. But so when our arousal levels are low, we feel more fatigued or we feel more sleepy. When it is most optimal, that's when we're locked in and we're very focused. And then when it comes to having higher levels of arousal, it can sort of put a lot of stress on us, and it can lead to a couple breakdowns or burnout. And then the optimal arousal zone is also known as the learning zone. And then this part, the lower arousal levels, can also be known as basically just sticking with like the comfort zone. And then yeah, this is the anxiety zone. So yeah, that is my take, or that is my presentation on the arousal attention. Yeah, I really liked learning about this, and it was really fun learning about it, even though we did go over all of the attention examples, and yeah, and I really liked it. So thank you for watching.